Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome to CraftStash Live. How's your week been? How are you doing? Is it nice and sunny where you are, or is it a bit like here? It's a bit cloudy. The sun's kind of threatening to come through. Hello to Vicky. Hi Alison. Hi Benita. Lots of you joining us already. Are you excited for this? Because Sam and I are ridiculously excited. I know you've seen Sam already posting on her social media, sort of teasing who is coming to her craft room this week. So we've got the lovely Katie Skilton in. She is launching her second collection with My Creative Life. Now I need to get that right. Second collection with My Creative Life. Yes, got it for the first time. So if you didn't see the first collection, go and have a look at it. Do you know what? I think that's almost sold out. It might literally be sold out, all bar a little tiny bit, if anything left. So you might have just missed out on that. So if this is your first time seeing it, Katie has been designed. Well, do you know what? Should we go to Katie and should we actually ask her who she is instead of me telling you? Let's go straight to Katie first and then we'll come back. But you have to excuse the fact that I'm sitting here very pale in a woolly jumper, freezing. Katie's looking like she is just the epitome of summer. It's not fair. So, Katie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah,
good.
Nice and warm.
Yeah, nice and warm. Yeah, it's so down there. You're on the south coast. Is it sunny today?
It was cloudy this morning, but now the sun is coming out. It's beginning to warm up again. It's been lovely, though, the past few days. It's been amazing.
All right, okay. But you look gorgeous as ever. How have you been? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Really
good.
Yes.
You're good, wonderful. Now we've got a little floating head on your shoulder as well. Is that like your little angel or is that your devil?
True.
There she is. Hi, Sam.
She goes. Not about me today. It's all about Katie. Hi,
it's all about Katie. So Sam is in. We're in Sam's craft room because Katie and Sam actually live quite close together. So how far are you? Is it like half an hour?
About 40 minutes. Depending on the traffic. Today on holiday traffic, over an hour, but normally not very far.
Lovely. Ideal to have someone to craft along with. So Sam's obviously pretending to work in the background and she's actually just listening and watching. She will be in the comments. Lots of people saying hello. So Tammy Channon, Kay Rogers as well. We've got Lynn Spinks in the chat too. Thank you so much, everybody. So Katie, for those who did miss your first launch, you know, those who are on holiday and such, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the brand, please?
Yeah, so I've been in the craft industry professionally for nearly 13 years now. So I've worked with really big craft companies at that time. I joined CraftStash just under 3 years ago. And then at the beginning of the year, I launched My Creative Life. So that's my brand. So it's quite a modern, how do we describe it? Modern, quite clean and simple style. Obviously, you can do lots of things with it. You know, different things, but the main, when I had it in my head, it was this lovely, clean, simple collection that you could make big cards, small cards, scrapbooking, home decor, that type of thing.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's something that's certainly within the brands at CraftStash, the exclusive brands, something that we had a gap for. That clean, simple, like you say, very contemporary, isn't it? Very sleek. And you know, clean and simple, I always say, is really quite difficult to pull off. But you've just given us these dies that make it so easy. I had so much fun yesterday because, Katie, as you know, while you were preparing for today, I did the preview for the VIPs. Yeah. I love the card that I made. I actually made my husband's wedding anniversary card because that's today, and I'd forgotten last night. So I thought, wow, this is the perfect opportunity. It just goes to show, though, that we've got lots of hearts. It is called the Love is in the Air collection, but we're looking at lots of different occasions with it, aren't we?
Absolutely. So obviously you've got the hearts and it's kind of that heart theme, but there's the hearts, some of them are floral, some of them have got arrows, so some can be quite masculine, some are really pretty. But they're not only, you know, Valentine's Day. Obviously you can use them for weddings and the standard I love you, but we've kind of got birthday sentiments mixed in with them as well. So you can do all sorts of things. You can create backgrounds with them, you can create the toppers with them, the main element with them. So it's kind of thought out, and they're big dies, so you can use them on bigger cards. You can chop them down to use them on smaller cards. You could make them actually as the cards. So there's lots of different ways in which you can use them, and lots of different occasions. You know, just because they're hearts doesn't mean you can use them for one thing.
Of course, you're going to be doing live demonstrating today. Now that's going to be weird, isn't it? You're in someone else's craft room crafting.
I know. I'm literally just going to house and I'm just crafting away.
She has. You must have arrived, what, half an hour, well, just over half an hour ago?
Yeah.
So not even time for a cup of tea, is it?
No, just literally I brought in my coffee with me. I came with my coffee.
She's ready to go. Do you know what, crafters? I think we can sit and craft anywhere, given the opportunity, can't we? So, well, I'm going to give you time to just get yourself set up and get the cameras ready while I go through some housekeeping for everybody, and we'll come back to you shortly and see what you've got to make for us. Lovely. See you soon.
In a minute.
So yes, we have got the made. It's not made in love. Okay, so there's a made with love stamp set, and I have to apologise because I keep saying that's the name of the collection. It's not. It's the Love is in the Air collection. By the end of the hour, I will have it down perfectly. So we are looking at two stamp sets and a stamp and die set. Brand new to CraftStash, exclusive to CraftStash as well. You are not going to be able to purchase this anywhere else. Okay, so come on down to my desk and let's take a look at these. So we have got, now this is the card that I made. For those of you who are VIPs, this is the card that I made. Now I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking because I didn't realise I've knocked my camera and it's ever so slightly out, and that really annoys me. So it's still out. Just don't look at it. Hang on, I'm going to have to change it because I can't leave it. Everybody, can you make sure as well, lovely people, that you are sharing this with your friends too, because we'd love your crafty friends to come and see us, come and watch the live. We do have a giveaway as well. I completely forgot to tell you all. We have a giveaway today. We are going to be giving away the collection. So please do comment. Here we go. That's better. I can now see I haven't got any gaps around my mat. Please do comment to be in with the chance of winning. What I'd love to know is what occasion would you use this for? Now, the reason being, because I made this in the VIP video last night, and this is an anniversary card. You've got to think about the time of year. Yes, Valentine's has been and gone, but we are now hitting wedding season. We are now hitting anniversaries because of all the previous wedding seasons we've had this time of year. Obviously birthday, I can 100% see these being used at Christmas as well, when you're sending cards to family and loved ones at Christmas also, just switching up those colourways. So there's an anniversary card with it. That's literally the only one I've made, the only one I've had time to make, but I'm really pleased with it. I really love it, and I hope I'll let you all know tomorrow how my husband took that when he gets it tonight. I haven't written in it because I had to save it for the live, so you're not all going to be seeing the message that I put in there to my husband. So here are the items, like I say, exclusive to CraftStash. We have the stamp sets, which I'll show you at the end there. They are only $6.99. Now, if you're purchasing all 5 items together, you're saving £12.50. I think it's $69.99, but don't forget we have ClearPay, so you can spread those payments. We also have, if you're spending over £30, you're going to get your free delivery in the UK as well. If you're a VIP, you're going to get your 10% off. Do you know, there's all these different options for saving money, particularly for your VIPs. So here's the first die set. They're just absolutely beautiful. Now, I've created these boards just to show you nice and easily how large they are. You look at the packet, you think, okay, they're good size. They're still, 2 inches tall. No, they're not. They're way bigger. I think we measured them, didn't we, last night with the VIPs? I think we measured they're about 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. What did that come to in centimetres? It's about 12 centimetres. Both across from the tallest point and the widest point. So they are really good size dies. So love these. Now the hearts come in 3 separate pieces. Katie, I don't know if Katie was going to run through all this, but I'll do it for you anyway, and then she can just do the demonstrating if she prefers, rather than running through all the details. But there's lots more that Katie will tell you about these die sets that I've missed, I'm sure. But each of the hearts comes with a border, the outer border. It then comes with the detail element, which has a solid centre. And then it also comes with the piece to either cut out the heart from the centre of that detail piece or to overlay. So you've got 3 dies for each design. Now don't forget, because when you're combining these dies, mixing and matching, cutting them in different ways with each other. So by cutting the outer border with the heart, the simple heart in the middle, you're going to get this effect. Okay, and then this is the outer border. If you cut this gorgeous design with the outer sort of like the drop shadow effect, you're going to get this. So you could actually paper piece this back over in a different colour for a different drop shadow. All these different options. Then with this set, you also get the word together, your arrows, your gorgeous banners too. Now these are going to work really well with the stamps that we'll see in a little while. And you've got some foliage and some flowers. Now these overlay on top of this as well. So you can paper piece and you can make this multicoloured coloured if you wish to. Within this one, hopefully you can see the detail, but we've got all these lovely little arrows, different really stylised beautiful arrows, again matching these ones, but you've also got XOXO in there as well and some fun designs. So that is your first die set. It's really heavy actually, there's a lot of metal in there. And this is called the Special Hearts Reverse die set, okay? Then we have a second set for you, and it is different. I'm going to put the two boards together so you can see the difference. This is what I call more of an organic heart. Okay, so if you prefer to not have the standard simple, simple heart shape there, bold heart shape in the middle, and you like this more organic shape in the centre, then this is the set to go for. But do you know what? Definitely both, because I found that actually the sort of straight edge heart was neater for a masculine card. This I found a little more feminine, beautiful for, again, if you're thinking about Christmas time, you can do that in Christmassy colours. It's going to be lovely as almost a wreath. You can also cut this into corners. Look, if I put my hand over there, you've got a lovely corner for your cards too. So all these different ways you can manipulate these, snip into them as well. In this one, you've got Love You, you've got some more different arrows, you've got hearts, you've got florals again that are going to overlay this beautiful panel here, and you've got the XOXO up there. XOXO, make sure I get that right. So this one's called the Special Layering Hearts die set. Now don't forget, again, you're going to end up, I didn't do it for all the hearts, but you're going to have all these different combinations and different ways that you can cut into these. Then, this has got to be, I just saw in capitals, it's freezing, isn't it? I think people are having a conversation about the weather. Thank you, I do like to know about the weather. I am seeing lots of comments come up. Whilst Katie's demonstrating, it'll be easier for me to read through those and reply to you. I'll just keep butting in while Katie's demonstrating, she'll love it. So this one has got to be one of my favourites of the whole collection. This is the Hearts and Arrows, and it's so unique. It's so different. It's nothing I've seen before. Now I'm going to take out the stamp set first of all of these beautiful stamps. Now you've got your stamped words. So you've got Valentine, birthday, always, heart, be mine, love, and anniversary. So already you're looking at birthday, anniversary, and Valentine's there. And then you've got all of these lovely bold words, which are very modern at the moment to mix your fonts. And you can stamp these around these. But in addition, you also have these dies in with this set as well. So this is a stamp and die set, as you can see here. Now I have die cut each of the words with the arrows that it fits into. Now you can use these with the drop shadow, or you can use them without. You of course don't need to use the bright bold colours that I've used, just so you can see those a bit clearer. Aren't they beautiful? You've got the flowers as well. If you just want an accent rather than an actual word, you can easily fit. Let's go back to the packaging, because I think this really shows it off well. So love you always, which is what I did on my card here. So I stamped love you inside the shaker, and I put always over the top with the arrow. Happy birthday. You've got will you be my Valentine? Birthday wishes. You are in my heart, or always you're in my heart. I love you. Hello anniversary, Valentine of my life. You've got all these, you can mix and match to your heart's content there. See what I did there? Heart's content. So you've got all those stamps and all those dies in that one set, and that is the Hearts and Arrows die and stamp set. Then we just go on to the stamps. If you are on a budget at the moment, $6.99 for each of these. You can just dip your toes into the My Creative Life by Katie Skilton brand. These are brilliant. Now I'm going to go over the first one, which is with love, which is your more traditional sentiments. So sending with love. So you've got love is in the air. Happy Valentine's Day. I will love you forever. I followed my heart and it led me to you. I love that. Always and forever. Perfect for weddings, and with love on your birthday. And then we've also got sending healing hugs. Now I think that's brilliant, because of course a heart, you're going to send a heart when you're sending, say, get well wishes, for example, or condolences as well, you can send a heart for. So these are just going to cover so many occasions. But then I need to come to this one. So this stamp set is the Fun Love stamp set, and I really love this. I love the sentiments in here. So you've got some here like kiss me, you are the best, you're amazing, I love you, miss you, thank you for being you, you're my person, love that, let's grow old together. I'm going to actually still stamp that inside this card. I like this one. I really like you and I don't like many things. That's so me. definitely me. And you're my favourite notification, and turns out I like you a lot. I just think they're brilliant. Some of them, they're not so soppy, they're a little more fun. Yeah, they're just brilliant. So I think the 2 stamp sets together, you're covered for so many different occasions. So that is the full collection, all of the 5 items for the My Creative Life brand new Love is in the Air collection. Now, like I say, you have got the chance to win the bundle simply by commenting and letting me know which is your favourite item and what occasion would you use this for. I just do a random scroll at the end and we'll pick someone. In fact, you know what? Sam is sitting there pretending to work. Sam can choose our winner. Well volunteered, Sam. Thank you very much. She can choose our winner today at the end of the live, and they can announce, Sam and Katie can announce that. But for now, we're going to go back to Sam's craft room with Katie, and we're going to see what Katie's going to make with this collection. There we go. We're back with you now, love.
Brilliant. So I'm going to start with kind of a more masculine card.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do this one. So I'm going to start with a more, where are we?
Yeah, you're perfect. Yep.
Oh. Fine, yeah. Like a more masculine card. So this one's been done in kind of blues and rose gold, just to show you that, because when people think of hearts, they think of, you know, pinks and they've got to be feminine, but they haven't actually. And because this is a birthday one, you can do this for a man's card. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start to die cut the detailed part. So this is a special hearts reverse die set. So this is the one you were saying about where you can cut the heart into the frame or you can pop it on top.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just start by cutting this from some rose gold cardstock.
I love that versatility as well, that you can
do
it in or outy.
And sometimes if you're posting them, you kind of want to keep them flat, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
So, you know, to save on the postage, you want to keep them flat. I'm just going to pop that one through again. So if you do, you can cut the heart into it. And obviously, if you're actually, you know, you don't mind it being slightly thicker, you can pop it on the 3D foam pads, and then that gives it that lovely depth as well. So let's just pop.
So did you get the rose gold from CraftStash? That's a beautiful mirror card.
Yeah,
there.
So these are on CraftStash. They are the Sizzix opulent cardstock.
Oh, with the opulence, yep.
And that's the rose gold one.
Gorgeous.
So then I've got the heart. So this is the heart that, again, this will sit on top. And this is what I'm saying. It'll sit on top. Or it will cut out the actual aperture for you, depending on how you want to do it.
Well, that's how I did it on these boards. I actually cut it out and put it on top. But on the card, I cut it out to make a shaker. So, yeah. You have the options
and
there.
It's not until you kind of get them, you start playing around with them, you think, oh, actually, that'll cut inside or that'll cut outside.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your heart there. So we'll just do all the die cutting bits first.
I love your waist there, Katie, that you've just had as well.
Yeah,
because you cut that nice and central.
I am going to do that in a minute. I'm going to use that waist to create a stencil in one of my demos.
Sorry, I'm ruining your demo. I thought it was going in the bin.
No, actually, I did have an extra piece of card, but I could actually just use that one now, to think of it. So then I'm using the arrow word. So this is the birthday word. I'm not using the drop shadow on this. I'm just going to use the word.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you've got the drop shadow on each of them.
Yeah, we actually had a discussion last night because I had planned on putting a drop shadow on the card that I made with the VIPs, and we had a whole discussion over do I or don't I. I couldn't decide. It looked really good with both, and everyone, it ended up, we were all 50-50. Do we add it or not? So it's well worth sort of playing, isn't it, with
this was the same when I was making these. Quite often I cut the drop shadow, and then when I laid it out, I was like, actually, I'm going to go without it on this. I think it depends on the size of the card you're using as well, doesn't it? Because obviously it makes it bigger with the drop shadow. So if you want to keep it quite small, you don't have to use the drop shadow, but I normally cut them and then decide to have a look. So I'm just going to poke these little bits out here, and then you'll be able to see all the detail that appears. So when I did this one, although I wanted the hearts, and obviously we've got the floral ones, I wanted something that could also be quite masculine as well. So I thought the best thing with that is kind of I'll put the arrows in here.
Gorgeous.
And it just completely changes the look of it.
Yeah. Love that. And that cuts beautifully, doesn't it? I found that when I was playing with your collection.
Yeah, because they are really quite detailed. Around the edges, you've got all that detail. And there's some tiny little bits that pop out. So even these little hearts, you've got little hearts that pop out. You could actually use in the shaker.
Yeah, I was going to say use them as confetti, definitely.
So That's it. So you can see there all that detail. I think it's really pretty. There.
That is so pretty, and in the mirror card, it glistens.
Works
imagine
really
this
well,
out of imagine this from glitter card as well. Would look stunning.
So then I have got my art. So I'm just going to find my oxides here. So this one I'm going to use the Uncharted Mariner and the Faded Jeans.
Uncharted Mariner is my favourite.
It's lovely, isn't it? Such a nice colour.
Absolutely.
So what I'm going to do, I'm kind of going to fade the colours into each other. So I'm going to do one colour at the top.
Okay.
Just blend that
So
in.
I'm just doing a few hellos to people. I know Sam's in the comments chatting as well, but we've got Alison. She loves the fun, loves sentiments. Yes, so do I. Rena said very pretty. Right, so everyone's saying they can't find a VIP video on the blog. No, so we had some gremlins yesterday that wouldn't allow us to put it on the blog. If you look at your VIP emails, there will be a YouTube link to go and find that. I will make sure that is put into a blog post as soon as possible after this live. In fact, if anyone from the CraftStash team besides Sam is watching, if they can please just ensure that the blog post goes up in the VIP hub with that video on. But you'll have been sent a VIP email yesterday afternoon, and that would have had a link to the YouTube, so you can go and, but obviously don't watch it now because we're watching Katie now, but later on you can go watch that and see another way to use just another way to use this collection later on. So stay with us now. Anne Edwards said masculine cards are her nemesis. Well, hopefully this will help very much. Lots of people saying they actually missed the VIP yesterday. It was quite short notice, I think, as in the email went out and the video came out quite soon after that. And Karen Allen said, great idea having arrows, something different.
I think I love those fun, those kind of fun sentiments. I think sometimes it's nice, isn't it? You just want, a sentiment. You don't particularly want a happy birthday or something.
Yes, I love it.
Nice to have something different. So I've just got a strip of white card here, and I'm just inking it the same as I've done the heart, so it ties it all in together in a minute.
Lovely.
And pop it all onto the card.
They're gorgeous colours together.
So nice. I love these blues. And the beauty is, you could cut that heart, and you could use different colour inks, and you would get a completely different look from it, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You could make it look really feminine if you did it in pinks or things. So just spritz a little bit of water on that, just to give it that mottled.
Love it.
Effect.
So how nervous are you of accidentally spraying something of Sam's with water or getting ink on?
I'm really scared. I had something where I flicked ink, but I'm going to do the card without flicking the ink. You'll just have to see the flicked ink on the finished sample and just imagine it on the other one.
She would say don't worry, but I can imagine what it's probably like.
So what I've done, I've got a card blank here, and then I've got some of the rose gold mirror card that matches in with the heart. So I'm just going to pop that on to my card blank.
So we're all going to be checking back with Katie. What's Sam's craft room really like? Is it really tidy? Has she got a messy corner?
It's so tidy. It's so lovely. It's just, I said, she's just got the most amazing organisation in here.
She did say earlier in the week, I must tidy up because Katie's coming round. I'm going to drop her in it now. Geraldine says, don't be scared. Geraldine said, don't be scared. And Debbie says, Sam, count to 10. Just don't spray Monty. Anita said, don't spray Monty.
Smelly treats.
Yeah, Monty's down here by my feet.
He's probably very confused. Why is someone other than Mum?
Welcome from Monty.
Lovely. That is beautiful already, even without your dyes.
It's lovely, isn't it? The colours, the white against that blue. It's so perfect. Nice. I'm just going to trim that one down.
Very nice.
And then that one is going to sit here.
I didn't actually ask you, Katie.
I'm doing this.
Sorry.
I'm just doing this because that heart I've spritzed with water, so I'm just kind of letting that dry. So I'll do these little bits because I want to stamp onto it.
Oh, lovely. I didn't actually ask you. How many demos are you doing for us today?
I've got 3 here.
Oh, wonderful. So make sure you've got a cup of tea, everybody. Of course, if anyone has to dash off because their lunch break is finished or started, whatever it may be, need to go and, I don't know, take the dog out, you can always watch back. We will be putting this onto YouTube later on where there'll be another chance to win the bundle as well by commenting over on YouTube from 7 p.m. So you can catch up there too. But obviously we'd prefer it if you stayed with us now because we like your company.
So I'm just using that happy stamp, and this goes with the arrow words. I'm just going to position that onto my heart. I'm hoping this heart's dried enough. Should have done. Oh, I've moved it now.
We all do it. Where's your magnets?
In the box, probably.
Probably in the box. Yeah, so that's the Creative Craft Products stamping platform that we all use and we all love, which is why I know there's usually
It's such
magnets.
a good stamping platform with that spring. It makes such a difference.
It does. So you can position before you actually press down, commit to adding the ink to your project, which is brilliant.
Yeah, it does. It's really good, that one. So there we've got the happy.
Everyone's loving your inking and your sort of water effect on there.
Yeah, it's such a nice effect, that. So we'll pop this one down. So I am going to find my foam pads.
Simone said she's enjoying lunch whilst watching. She has the bundle in her basket, but she has her fingers crossed she might win the bundle. Don't worry about checking out, because if you do win, customer services can arrange to refund the cost of your bundle anyway. So if you are our winner but you have purchased, you won't end up with 2 sets. Not that it would be a bad thing. I'm sure you'd have a friend who would be appreciative, but we would refund you, so don't worry about that. So Sharon Ling, so it's late evening here, feet up, chilling after a week at work and enjoying a glass of wine, enjoying the demo.
Nice.
Oh, how jealous are we? So if I was down there, we'd all be going out for a late liquid lunch.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I say I meant late lunch after this. Obviously no liquid involved at all.
And then I'm going to use foam pads again on this one. So we're going to make it really kind of lots of dimension on this one.
Lovely. I just love the colours you've chosen. They're beautiful.
So nice. These blues are lovely.
Oh, Bianca, sorry, I can't read. You're in another language and I can't read it. But thank you for your comment. I haven't got the option to translate, unfortunately.
So you can see now that that heart fits perfectly within that. So you can see if you cut that into that frame, how you'd get that lovely border around it.
Yeah.
I keep finding little bits that I've missed. There we go.
The thing is, with mirror card, it kind of, because of the glossy surface, it holds on to itself, doesn't it?
It's when the light shines on it, you suddenly see more of them, don't you? So then we've got the birthday here. So we'll just pop the little bits out of that one. So with these, I quite often will cut 3 of these and stick them together.
Yes.
And it gives it that dimension. It gives it that really thick topper. So you can pop that one down.
I love that. Black really pops.
It does, doesn't it?
Last night I used the Creative Craft Products adhesive foam behind it.
Yes.
But because I used a sort of a satin gold, almost a rose gold mirror card for my sentiment, and then the black foam, so it gave it a bit of a drop shadow anyway. Hi Madeline, how are you? Celine says stunning card. Is there a link to the products, please? Lisa, you can go over to CraftStash, which is linked. It's a pinned link at the moment. Actually, Sam, do you mind just popping for Lisa Jane there? Anyone else? I think I heard her say something. I'm sure she's on it.
Yeah, she's done it.
Lovely, thank you. There you go. So Sam
you can see there, and this one I've just added a couple of little adhesive stones as well, just to give it that shine.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that.
Really pretty,
Do you know what? That was so quick. Or, you could easily batch make those cards, couldn't you?
You could, because the dies do most of the work for you.
Yeah, fantastic. Do you want to go straight into another demo, or do you need a minute, my love?
No, I can go straight into another demo if you want.
Let's work her. Yeah.
Watching me just grab all my stuff here.
Not at all. I'll just read out some comments while we're watching you. Deb Hallett says, lovely collection, Katie. I'm supposed to be packing to go to Wales for a dog walking holiday tomorrow, but I can't tear myself away at the moment. But do you know what? Another half an hour won't hurt, Deb. You'll get there.
No.
One way or another, you'll be there.
It'll do you good.
Wales will wait. Lisa says, beautiful cards. As does Sandy Brooks, stunning card. Anne Edwards says, it's really clean and simple card. Yeah, this is your style, though, isn't it?
It's always been my style, and when you try and do other styles and somehow you just can't do it. And honestly, I've tried so much, It just doesn't happen.
I think it's really good that you've stayed true to yourself with this, rather than just thinking, well, what would other people want to see? This is what you love.
I think
and
you've
we
got
love it
to.
for that.
I think it makes it. I think if you stay true to your style, it becomes more enjoyable, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anita has forgotten the colours. There was Uncharted Mariner. What was the other blue you used?
It was Faded Jeans.
There we go. Faded Jeans. Edwina,
I was
lovely
faded
colour.
denim then, but no, it's Faded Jeans.
I know. I call it faded denim, weirdly as well.
All of them. I've got my own names for them. I'm sure I just make them up in my little brain sometimes.
I call picked raspberry, picked razzleberry.
I call
Razzleberry.
it pickled raspberry.
I thought it was pickled.
It's when you go to do a write-up for a magazine, you have to type it out, and you're like, actually, I'm sure it's not called that. I'm going to double check.
I've literally got all mine in front of me, and I'm looking at the labels thinking, what else have I called them? I'm sure there's others. I always thought Uncharted Mariner was uncharted, as in uncharted territory sort of thing. I don't know what else I've got. I'm sure there's some that I got wrong. Kitsch Flamingo, I've always said that wrong. I'm sure I have. I used to call it quiche.
Quiche Flamingo.
Kitsch. But someone said it's just like kitchen without the N on the end, so Kitsch Flamingo.
So we are going to use the other die set now. So I'm using the special layering hearts die set. I'm going to make a shaker card with this, which is what you did, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, yeah. We didn't really get together on that, did we?
But it's really good because it shows you how it's really good for shaker cards because you've got those apertures in them. Mm-hmm. It's a really good way to use them. So I'm cutting this from blue. So this is the floral one this time. We're going floral on this one.
Gorgeous. Oh, well. And these are the ones that you can layer over with other flowers.
You've got the background layer that you can use on this one, and then you can also leave the centre in, or you can cut the centre out of the background as well. So lots of different ways you can use this one. So I'm just trying to find my word. There it is, you, because I've got the love but not the you. So I'm just going to pop these on. I'm going to cut some flowers out as well.
Lovely colours.
So
I always love your
again,
colourways.
I'll die cut it all.
Sorry, I always love your colourways, Katie. Yeah. How do you pick your colours?
I just kind of get a piece of card and then think, like, what will go with it. But it's very difficult not to get. I find I get stuck in the same colourways, and every now and then I think, do you know what? People must be sick of seeing these colours. So I try and kind of find a few new ones. But sometimes I see something on clothes or something. I think, oh, that works really well together. I must remember that. Yeah.
I think things like home decor at the minute have some brilliant ideas for putting.
Yes.
I mean, who would have ever thought to put grey and yellow together, or sort of mustard colours?
Works so well,
it does. It does. Yeah. I was browsing first thing this morning before I started work. I was actually in the shops and I saw, weirdly, some shampoo bottles. And some of them have such fantastic labels on them now. Yes. They're really eye-catching. And I thought, I need to try that colour combination together.
I know. There's some really good packaging colours around. So I'm just cutting these flowers from a couple of different colours.
Lovely. So is that sort of an apricot type colour there?
This is, yeah, it's kind of like quite a pale peachy colour in a way. So I've got the bright orange and then a much paler orange. So I'm just going to pop those down there.
Just going to chime in for a minute. I'm just seeing the sales, and you are all loving this one.
Yes.
This one's really popular.
Brilliant.
It's one of my favourites.
It's really versatile, that one, isn't it?
I think it's the fact that it's different, isn't it? There's nothing else like it out there.
No, it is really different. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to create the shaker card, so I'm going to take my die cut of the heart, the floral heart. I'm just going to poke these little bits out in a minute. Just get most of them out, and then I can do the rest in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to position. Oh, you could do. Oh, I've done it now actually on this one, but I'll remember that for next time.
That's right, Sam. Just ask when it's too late. I do that with the washing up.
This is good, isn't it?
Stinky chew in my dog's mouth. He's wondering what's going on. So he's getting so much attention.
It's very exciting for him. He's got a visitor, got a chew. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. So brilliant. I'm just going to pop that there. So this is going to be where we're going to make the shaker panel, but I just want to see where the aperture goes. So this is going to be the aperture that we cut out the card. So I just want to make sure that I've got it quite central. So let's just move that one over a little bit. Perfect. So I'll carefully take that one away.
Would you tape that down?
I don't tape down. Probably advisable, but I never tape anything down.
Don't you?
Very rarely.
Isn't that funny? Because I tape everything down.
It's the same as with the magnets. When you used to wear the magnets, that's typical me. I'm literally just like to live life on the edge a little bit.
Yeah, this is
and
true.
then moment it all goes wrong.
You got no one to blame but yourself then, Katie, have you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's about it, really.
So
that now looks a bit odd, obviously, because it looks like you just got a blob in the middle of your card.
No, someone said it looks like a map. Geraldine says it looks like a map of Australia.
It does.
That's quite funny.
Yeah. So now we've done that, we can stick this one down.
So would you just flat glue everything?
This one I'm just going to flat glue this one on. I suppose you could make it 3D if you wanted to. If you use, teeny weeny foam pads, you could do it.
Christine, yes, that's fine. Don't worry. She said, I've only gone and missed most of it. Will this be able to be watched later? Yes, absolutely. So you can always watch this on replay on Facebook. This will be going out again on YouTube at 7 p.m. So there'll be fresh people watching then and live chat too. So you can join. Obviously, we won't be interacting with the chat because it's a replay of today's. But and there's another chance to win the collection over there too, so make sure you do pop over and comment and subscribe to the CraftStash channel as well if you haven't already. Katie has her own channel too. Katie
Skilton.
There we go. Really easy. You'd think I would remember something like that.
Even I can remember it, funny enough.
Yeah, Katie Skilton. And Facebook and all of this, so you see lots of lovely examples.
Katie Skilton over on Instagram as well. So there you can see now that makes more sense. So what we want to do, we want to pop some acetate behind that. Mm-hmm. So I've got a little bit of acetate here. I'm just going to trim that down slightly, and I'm just going to use some wet glue and just go around the edge there. We'll pop that down like so. So then obviously we need the foam pads.
Now, everybody, I've done a little bit of tweaking with the sound. So those of you who are regular watchers and know that sometimes when Sam and I are together, we have this sort of weird echoey issue. But I've got earphones in today to see if that will remedy the problem. Is everybody okay with the sound? Is it all better for people who have watched before and remember? I don't know what it was. I think it was a bit of an echo, and I think it was just simply because Sam's voice was having to come through my laptop and then going back down your microphone perhaps. So yeah, let me know what you think, because we can't tell.
No.
I haven't seen any comments about the sound not being right, so I'm hoping that's a good thing.
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Yeah.
So
sound is
obviously
great.
I'm putting these down. We don't want any gaps in them, because when I'm going to put the sequins in a minute, as you know, with a shaker card, if there's one tiny little gap, the sequins are sure to find their way out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you've got things. So what I did yesterday, actually, Katie, I'm not, you've got your own way of doing it, but I found I die cut the heart through the Creative Craft Products adhesive foam. So I die cut the centerpiece, and then you've got the right shaped sort of aperture into. Sounds brilliant today. Thank you so much, everybody. Really good, no echo. So there you go. I just need to wear earphones, which actually I don't wear earphones ever. I feel like I've got something in my ears that I need to get out all the time, but I need to get used to this, I think, because it seems to be working for everyone. Here's a behind the scenes thing. but yeah, so there's another option.
Oh, that's really good. That didn't even occur to me. It's funny, isn't it?
It was only when you were laying down the last couple, and I suddenly thought, oh yeah, I didn't do that last night. This is what I did. But I love that we've all had a play with this. We've loved this collection so much. Sam's made some cards. Sam's got tutorials. I'm sure she'll come and tell you where to find those in a little while. Gemma's also been playing with this too. I've had a play with it last night. Katie, we've all loved this collection so much.
It's so nice because everyone's done such different things with it as well. It's so lovely to see. These are beads. I'm just being careful because they could go over. Poor Monty will be.
Don't worry.
I'm sure he's
Gilding
used
flakes
to
on
it.
himself last week.
Gilding flakes on him, blimey. You'll never get that out. They stick to everything.
My dog has got hold of the sticky pads before, the whole pad of sticky pads. And she's literally, I've had to cut them out of her because she has been covered in sticky pads.
Oh,
I don't know why.
thing.
It's something, as soon as she sees them, she feels the need to try and eat them. And they all get covered in her paws and
the worst thing, I'm sure, by the sounds of it.
Bits, Katie. What are they?
They're the Sizzix ones as well, actually. Yeah, so there's a mix of beads and sequins.
Very nice. They are pretty. I was actually just going to ask about those. They're gorgeous and they fit really nicely. But I'm sure, like you say, if you don't have sequins and things like that, the little bits that come out of the die, gorgeous.
Actually, that's really good because one of the die sets has got the little XOXOs on it and little hearts, so you could cut those out. So there we go. So there we've got our shaker panel. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do...
That would even, in that colourway, that would even work for new baby, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, where I've cut that, I'm going to stick that over the top because you're never going to see it.
It reminds my sister's Save the Date. She had that colour green and a heart for her Save the Date.
It's really, nice. It's pretty, isn't it?
We've had... Who asked? Jeanette has asked, can we see Sam's cards too? I'm sure Sam will come and show you those.
Yeah, I've got them here, actually.
Yeah, we'll have a look at those in a bit.
We can go through them.
Got quite a few of them here.
Yeah, we haven't done that, have we? We've gone straight into... Oh, I'm sorry. Slap on the wrist for me. I didn't ask. Simone's 2 dogs don't come into the craft room much. Well, one of mine came wandering in. I had a bird in here earlier because I had the garage doors open. I had a bird wandering. But I had my dog in earlier when I was trying to talk to Sam. He went under the table, got himself wrapped up in the microphone and tried to walk off with the microphone wrapped around his leg. But yeah, craft stuff is all far too high up for him to be touching.
So I'm going to stick that over where we've die cut because it seems silly to waste it just with die cuts. You're never going to see it. So...
There's loads of good ideas for what people would use these cards for. There's loads of good ideas as well for shaker inside, like the little bits inside shakers. So we've got punches and all sorts coming in here.
So we've got all these little bits. I'm just going to find, I think I've got, I've got some small foam pads here. I'm just going to use these on the flowers.
Now we're on the dog chat. We've all got dogs, I think.
So
my cat Lisa, regularly has a bum covered in glitter. She likes to sit just anywhere. That's funny. Glitter bum. So these
flowers down.
Piece over, do they like perfectly piece over?
Yes.
Gorgeous.
So they're designed, they perfectly go over what's already there. So that one I've actually stuck onto a smaller one just because of the position of it. But this one I'll show you now. You'll see actually how it fits perfectly over the top. So you can see when I pop that down.
Ideal. So you could cut the frame from green, so you've got the foliage, for example, and just paper piece the flowers over the top.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and you haven't got to trim around the flowers because they're all already there in a die for you. It's just those little things that make life a little bit easier, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I didn't even realise that. I thought this was a really lovely die set to start with. A lovely die set. We've got the hearts, we've got additional flowers, and it wasn't until later when I was doing the boards that the flowers actually fit over the frame.
Overlay.
It's just a bonus.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's just joining us while Katie's paper piecing that frame, this is the brand new My Creative Life collection called Love is in the Air. Katie is launching this. This is her second collection. The first My Creative Life, I must admit I've forgotten. Sam will know now. I think there's hardly anything left, is there? Certainly the girl, I think it's with the hands, that one, the Gorgeous Girls collection.
Oh, the Gift of Giving one.
Yeah, that flew, didn't it?
Yes.
So I don't think there's much left of the first collection, if anything.
Single figures.
Pardon?
Single figures.
Single figures. There we go. Single figures. So if you're loving the look of this style and you've not seen the first collection, be really quick and see what we've got left on CraftStash. But this is Love is in the Air. But do you know what? I see when I first saw this, I thought, okay, Valentine's, but it's so much more than Valentine's.
It's so much more than Valentine's.
Absolutely.
So this is the Love You sentiment. So this comes in the die set as well. So that's all included in that heart die set.
Nice. Love that.
There's that one. And I'm just going to get a couple of foam pads. Oh, I'm in a right mess here. I've literally got a pile of stuff.
I can imagine actually the gorgeous girls would work really well with this.
It would. I think you could get them holding that heart actually.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun.
We'll just pop a couple of
the finishing touches here.
Finishing touches there in the centre of the flowers.
Do you know what? Sam's having a nice peaceful afternoon. Look, she's sitting back, she's watching her live. She's not having to do anything. And then she's going out for lunch. What's this all about?
There we go. So we'll pop that on there. And there you've got your shaker card. So you can see, you know, you've got that really feminine look and then you've got the slightly more masculine look.
Beautiful.
So, such different looks from the same collection.
Gorgeous. I really love that. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to give you a minute because I can see you have now got some mess. So I'm going to give you a minute to refresh while we... You're welcome. We'll come back to you for a third demo and hopefully see some of those examples as well in a moment. So yes, as I was saying, if you are just joining us, thank you so much for being with us today. It's Friday the 2nd of June. It's my wedding anniversary. So actually the Love is in the Air collection has launched on the perfect day. 6 years today we've been married. So congratulations to me and thank you for all your messages as well, because I have had lots since last night's VIP where I actually made my husband's anniversary card live because I'd forgotten to get one or make one. I hadn't forgotten, you know, when it's just like the days, because we had a bank holiday as well, all of a sudden like, it's Friday tomorrow and I haven't done anything. So we are launching the Love is in the Air collection. Now this is 5 items, 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets and a stamp and die set. That is such a mouthful. It's absolutely beautiful. Yes, it's called Love is in the Air, but as we were just saying, it really isn't just about Valentine's. It's about anniversaries, weddings, birthdays, Christmas, new baby, maybe even new home. If you've got home die or you've got, you can simply create a house shape. You could put it inside a lovely heart shape and it makes a lovely new home. You know, all these different ideas. This is such a wonderfully generic and versatile collection that you can use all year round. And I love, love, love Katie's simplistic style. It's stylish, but it's still really easy to make cards that are clean and simple. Now, clean and simple is a card type, a card style that I've always said is so difficult to make, because you've got to think about your white space, not putting too much on, because we very often we're like, okay, I think it needs something else. Let's throw a butterfly here and a flower there. So me, I splat ink everywhere. But this way you can start learning to get those really quick cards out with no effort at all, because Katie's done all the work for you. For example, with the arrows, with the stamps and the die cut arrows that mix together, you've got that look instantly without needing to do any of the thought behind it. Just pick your colours. And you know what, even with these demonstrations, Katie is giving you fantastic ideas for colours. Now, if you are loving this and you're wanting to purchase the bundle, you're going to be saving £12.50 on, I'm pointing the wrong way, £12.50 on that. £12.50 on the bundle today. That takes it down to, I believe it's £69.99. Then if you are a VIP, you get your additional 10% off of that. Then you also get the option, well, if you are buying the bundle immediately, if you're in the UK, you're going to get your free shipping because you're going over £30, but you can also split the cost if you want to. So you can spread the cost for using ClearPay because you've gone over £40. If you're buying individual items and you've got a smaller budget, you can dip your toes in with just £6.99 for a stamp set. And then if you want to, you can top your basket up with your essentials. If you go over 30, then you are looking at your free shipping anyway. I think that's enough housekeeping. Obviously, we do have a deal of the day today. We have new launches again next week too. So we've got 2 big launches next week, actually, 2 of our bigger brands. Someone in the room as such might have a collection launching next week, which I'm sure she's probably been talking about anyway, so you know about that. So we'll be back with Sam next week for a launch. We've also got a Simply Made Crafts launch on Wednesday, which is good fun. So Katie, you okay for me to come back? She looks all like she's all cleaned up and ready to go again. There we go. All right, I'll pass on to you and stop talking.
Perfect. So what we're going to do, you know, just now I said I was going to create a stencil. I've cut a piece of card exactly the same size as the card I want to stencil onto, just because it's easier to line up.
Yeah,
and because again, like I say, I never use tape, so it's just
no problem.
I've just got a square piece of card here, and I'm just going to die cut that heart from it. So this is using the heart instead of layering it or cutting out. This is actually creating a stencil out of it.
And I guess you can still use, well, either bit.
You can use that bit then, can't you, to ink onto afterwards as well. Definitely. And then I've just got a piece of gold cardstock here, and I'm going to cut the word Valentine from that one.
Gorgeous. So we've done a love you card, a masculine card, and a Valentine card.
Yeah, I know it's nowhere near Valentine's Day, and you could do anything with this. You know, you could use this technique with any of these words, but I just thought, why not?
But Valentine's
it's always good to be organised.
But Valentine's comes around every year, doesn't it? So, you know, even if you want to make a Valentine's card now because you've been inspired by something within this launch, just put it aside. It'll keep. It'll always come round again.
So because I've cut this from glitter card, I'm just having to give it a bit.
Is that the Sizzix glitter card?
Yes.
Yeah. Now
so
I've got to admit, it's for finer detail die cutting. It's not always the easiest. It kind of sticks to itself, doesn't it?
You get a layer, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Weirdly,
give it a little wobble.
I do try not to. That's definitely one that kind of sticks to itself, like we talked about with what were we talking about earlier? Sticks to itself. The mirror card can do.
Yeah, there we go.
But it looks amazing. It's such a gorgeous glitter card because it's more of a soft glitter, isn't it? It's not.
It is.
Harsh.
Yeah, it's like almost like matte, isn't it?
Yeah.
If glitter can be matte.
Well, I know what you mean though. It's a very elegant glitter.
So just put this one out of the way. Bring that mat back in.
Everyone talking about like Sam's launch and payday. Sam, you haven't fit it in the right day because some people won't have been paid yet.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know what?
Just the way they start to catch up with each other, don't they? Because it's like a rolling kind of like 4 to 8 weeks.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But saying that, we were talking about stock levels, weren't we? And you've got a decent stock of these ones, so people may well be okay. They may be.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. We say that. So also we're going pink this time.
Yeah, so this is this kitsch flamingo that we were saying about just now, funny enough. And then also saltwater taffy.
Yes.
Love these two together.
I recognise my colours.
Yeah.
Love them.
But very soft colours this time as opposed to the dark blue. So we're just using this.
Yeah,
and you can keep hold of this as a stencil. You know, it's not a one-use thing. Once you've cut it from that cardstock, it'll go quite a few times.
I tend to, this is the trouble with having a crafter present because I keep butting in with my opinion as well. But I tend to cut, if I'm purposely making a stencil, I will cut it from mirror cards so that the ink smudges off it and you can reuse it time and time and time again. But, you know, it depends.
You're much more organised than I am.
But I usually use mirror card that I've got in my stash that I'm not so keen on. You know, when you get coloured mirror card and you think, well, I won't ever use that.
The ironic thing is, I'm a very clean and simple crafter, but I'm absolutely chaotic.
Oh yeah.
For someone who's creating clean and simple things, I cause absolute chaos.
Just life is just chaos, isn't it?
I dread to think what I'd be like as soon as you gave me some messy crafting to do. It would be horrific.
Oh, I'd love to get you doing mixed media with me.
I know,
That'd be
honestly,
great.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant. We'd have fun, wouldn't we?
We would have fun. I have done it before. I've been on them courses, you know, on like retreats and things.
Yeah,
I've done it. I love it. So we've got the Will You Be My. So a bit missed there. There we go. So we've got the Will You Be My. So again, this is the stamps that work with the die. So you know, you can stamp some of the sentiment, and then you add in the rest with the die. And I think that's really nice because it gives it that, it's really isn't it, to have different fonts and different sizes and things.
It is. And, oh, look at that. But you've also, if you don't want to die cut, you have got Valentine in a stamp form.
You've got it there as well.
Yeah. So can you stamp onto the die cut? Because you've got some of the words like Valentine you've got in the same font. Do they layer out? You're not sure. I'm going to look.
I'm going to be honest, Lou, it didn't even occur to me. I don't know. That's not how it's been designed. If it is like that,
I'll have a look.
It's lucky.
I think the stamp. Hang on, let me see. The people who create these are very clever. Oh, do you know what? Is it really the perfect size? So yeah, yes. Let me just get the stamp off and double check. I think it is. I think they're the same size exactly. I'm doing it actually with always. Yeah. So if you wanted the arrow with the word in, like you've got Valentine's there, but you wanted to stamp just the word in black and then have the gold arrow behind, you can do that.
I'm going to go away later and try that and make some new ones doing that.
There we go. Do you know what? While you're doing that, I'm going to quickly do it. I'm going to very quickly do it just to show people. Because why not? Why not have both of us crafting at the same time? Got a bit of white cardstock here. I've got all my stuff, so should be doing my job, but you know. No. Do you know what I would actually say? I'd actually say probably die cut first and then stamp, because otherwise you've got to. I've just done it.
You always need to fiddle around with something like that, don't you?
Yeah, I've just done it the wrong way. I've just stamped first. I should have die cut first, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I'll get more of an idea. Excuse me, everybody. I'm just I'm just crafting in the background because I can. Let's see how this comes. Oh. There we go. That is a beautiful card. Do you know what? Just like that, with nothing else on, it's stunning.
So this is the one I was talking about. So this one, earlier, when I made it earlier, I did the little ink splats all around it, but obviously that was not in someone else's house. So I kind of splattered the ink there. So you can see, you can add those ink splats, or you can keep it really clean if you want to.
Yeah.
But the colours and the black and the gold just really kind of pop, don't they? It's just a different way to use your dyes, because obviously they could be stencils as well as dyes.
They're beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I love both of those. Can we see some of those other cards, please?
So,
do you want to do it this way, or did you want to do it with your face? Is it as easy this way?
I can do it this way if you want. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, so, yeah.
Here is one. So this one is the arrows again, but this one's been layered up. So this is what I'm saying. I've cut 3 of them, or you could cut it from foam and stick it on, and then that's that fun, my favourite notification sentiment there, just on an inky background. Then we've got this one's kind of then full-on detail. So you've got lots of layers here. You've got the background, then the detail, then the heart on top, and these arrow words with the shadow. So this is adding lots of different kind of layers to it.
Gorgeous.
We've got the floral one here, and again you can see I've used the dies to cut the floral heads out, so they layer completely over the top.
Do you know what I love?
Fits in perfectly.
Something I would never think of, Katie, is that dark strip at the side. It really, really makes it pop.
Do you know what I remember doing? When I did this one, I put it on. It was just on a blank card, and I thought something's missing there. And that one strip just made such a difference.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing I'd only do by accidentally having a strip of paper under my card or something.
Falls on the card.
But
then we've got one. So this is like white on white. So I've cut the arrows from white and layered it over white, and it creates just that background.
Beautiful.
So it doesn't always have to be the main element. And then this one slightly overlaps on the side. So I thought, actually, for smaller cards, if you want to make a small card, you can still use this heart, and you don't have to use the full heart. You can just die cut it out, and you just pop a little piece of card behind it.
Love it. So if you do, like, say your A2 cards that are slightly smaller, I mean, these will fit. I think they will just about fit onto A2, I think. But like you say, if you just want to make more of a feature of it, you know, and have it off the side, that's gorgeous.
Absolutely. And then there's another one with little strips down the side. So this is using the arrow one instead, and then the floral on top. So kind of mix and match in them.
Beautiful.
And again, this is the floral one. Again, all this white little arrow word there, and then using the stamps and the dies together. This next one, I really like this one. It's really masculine. Not colours I would normally use, but I just saw them together, and I thought, actually, that's really nice, kind of deep colours there. They work really nicely together.
I do love those colours. Again, like you said, I love that green that in the background.
That's a nice green.
That's my bedroom wall colour. That's my jumper colour.
I love that colour green.
It's beautiful.
And then this one's more like a wedding. I would say this looks a bit. If you can actually do wedding invites for this, if you were making wedding stationery.
Oh, perfect.
They would make lovely wedding invites, and that's then kind of like the grey on grey, so you don't have to use lots of different colours.
No,
so that's a few more I've done, and then Sam has done some lovely, obviously,
Does Sam want to tell us?
3D ones.
Yeah, just want to tell us what mechanism.
That's the 6x6 trifold showstopper.
There we go. I love that.
And you can see there, she's cut it with a foam, so you've got that lovely 3D effect with the birthday wishes there.
Very much Sam's sort of bright colours, isn't it?
A perfect size, isn't it, for that as well?
It really is. It's ideal.
And then,
I love this one. I saw it earlier.
And then that with the always popping up. Love you always.
Fabulous, isn't it? Love you always.
Yeah.
It's so clever. So clever.
You could take away the always if it wasn't always, couldn't you? Actually, today it's not. I just love you.
Yeah, just love you. I think Sam's done a tutorial for that one, is it? Both of them.
Yeah, so she's got both tutorials for both of those.
Going up soon. So, so you'll see those later on. I'm sure Sam can... When Sam's chosen a winner, please, lovely.
I have one. Shall I announce it now?
Yeah, do you want to announce? Then we'll do the little social media bit.
Okay. So congratulations to Oksana Clegg.
There we go. Congratulations. If you could just email customer service at craftstash.co.uk and we'll get the bundle out to you. And don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube now on replay, please do comment as well, because you could also win, and I will notify you by replying to one of your comments. Ladies, thank you both so much. I know we're just looking at hands. Katie, can you just remind us where we can find you and your inspiration? Look, matching hands.
Yeah, so I'm over on YouTube. That's Katie Skilton. I'm on Facebook, Katie Skilton. Instagram, Katie Skilton UK. So it's all there. Yeah, I'll pop all the inspiration on all of those channels, so you'll be able to see it.
Brilliant. All. And Sam, 2:00, I believe Gemma has a video with this collection. Is that correct-ish?
I think so, and mine would be probably similar kind of time, and it will be for this one first, and then I think tomorrow I'll post up this one.
There we go. So you've got lots and lots of inspiration with this collection. Thank you both ever so much. It's been really good fun. It's been lovely having you both. It's kind of like a little group. I feel a bit left out though. I must admit that I'm not in over there. So next time I'm just going to have to get in the car and drive, aren't I? And come over. But
you're always welcome.
Thank you. But loved you both, and to Monty, and we'll see you, Sam. We'll definitely see you next Friday. Yes.
Yep. I'll share all the details as always.
Of course. Lovely. Well, have a fabulous weekend, both of you. And
you too.
And congratulations, Katie.
Thank you.
Take care. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. So, lastly, I just want to show you, I did stamp one of the words and then I die cut it. Now, I would have actually, in hindsight, die cut and then stamp. But those stamps in the arrow set, they do work perfectly. So if you want to have your arrow, your fine arrow, a different colour to your word, you can do that. And then also have the third colour as the border, you can do that too. So there we go. There's an additional little extra for you. So thank you everybody for joining us. Congratulations to our winner. Don't forget to email us with your postal address. And again, please do join us on YouTube 7 p.m. and comment over there if you weren't our winner, because of course, it could be you next time as well. So have a lovely weekend, everybody. Like I say, 2 big launches next week, starting Wednesday at 12:30 and then again on Friday at 12:30. So I'll see you all then. Have a fabulous weekend. I hope the sun comes out for you. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.